Binance delisted Monero?
Yes. First of many to come.
First of many to come.
They're going to start delisting privacy tokens.
Privacy token. You're right. You should have the right to privacy.
It's not them, though.
It's not Binance who's doing it.
It's not they want to do it.
Mhm.
It's that since they have the U.S. involved, they have all the eyes on them right now, they're left with very few options.
Yeah, they're like, this looks a little sketchy. It doesn't seem like it fits our compliance.
Exactly.
NFTs are back too. Bitcoin's back. DeFi's back. NFTs are back. Everything's coming back.
Welcome back
To another week.
of your favorite crypto podcast,
Sometimes crypto.
The Unscripted.
Crypto podcast.
Hey, yo. It's been a while.
It has been a while. It's been about a week.
I meant that we've done it so well.
Oh, okay. I was like, has it been a while?
We're here to bring you some more crypto excitement. $50,000 Bitcoin.
50K Bitcoin.
Well, it's at 49, 4.5 today.
Yeah, it's a little.
After a slight little pullback.
Well, who knows what's going to happen tomorrow, though?
Well, I think we start off with this pullback, this $50,000 Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
As we said last week, I think I ended saying Bitcoin has to make a decision, up or down.
Up or down.
Has to choose one or the other at this point.
It looks like it's.
Because I was closing that wedge,
It looks like it's going to choose up.
and it chose up.
It chose.
So from last week, literally, let me pull it up. From last week, when did we record?
On Tuesday.
I meant date.
Oh, date. 7 days ago today
The
makes the
6th.
6th.
So literally, when we recorded the 6th, Bitcoin was at 42,758.
Oh, wow. If you're holding Bitcoin, congratulations.
It has pumped.
You proved the proved the
at
no
peak, it
wrong.
it hit 17% of a uptrend since that day. Since we said it has to make a decision on what it wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it also validates the fact of we are no longer going to see, as of right now, these old 30-40% drops like we did in the prior
Yeah,
bull run. We're going to see 20s, 18s, 15s.
but we're pretty much done with the.
I think
bigger
we're
dips.
done with those crazy wick downs. They'll still have them, but just a little smaller percentage change. All right, so after a massive rally hitting 50K,
Well, why did it hit 50K though?
pre-halvening rally.
Pre-halvening rally, yeah.
Why do you say we hit?
ETFs, man, they're buying up Bitcoins
Oh.
like there's no tomorrow.
So that's the other thing. It's also the first week that GBTC outflows are not going against the inflows.
Mm-hmm.
We had positive inflows. Well, the positive inflows have started from those ETFs.
Yeah, inflows of $1.1 billion.
Yeah. They're buying up 10 to 12,000 Bitcoin a day. Well, Bitcoin, 12 to 10,000 Bitcoin a day.
A day, mind you, only 900 Bitcoins being mined.
Yeah, correcting that, because last week I gave numbers on the amount being mined and it was inaccurate. It's 900. After halvening will be 450.
450, yeah. What number? I don't know.
We said like 3 something and 6 something, like some.
Okay.
It was a little.
I don't
off.
remember that
Like
being-
it wasn't
okay.
crazy off, but it was off.
Okay.
by a little bit.
Well, yeah, we're seeing increased inflows into ETFs, and also miners are not selling.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently miners are selling half of what they were selling when the ETFs first got approved.
Also, I have a. Is it here? I also have a chart here saying we're currently entering that pre-halvening bubble. We're currently in the low area. We might get a few wicks down. That's going to be your last real buying and accumulation opportunities before we hit that little straight parabolic mode up. After halvening, the next what? How long is halvening? Like after halvening, like what?
Halvening's in April.
No, I know halvening.
Oh, how long after?
Yeah, it's like 300-400 days
Yes.
of just parabolic uptrend after that with wicks down.
Yeah. It's gonna be a fun ride after that. A little roller coaster all the way up to the moon.
People do not get caught with your bags and hold them all the way down.
No.
Once you see another Super Bowl and there are crypto commercials in it, that's your sign to start selling them.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
That's a good sign to start selling a few of your altcoins that you don't want to hold on forever.
Yeah. Bitcoin saw about 98% of all the inflows this week to crypto.
Nice.
Yeah. So a lot of the alternative coins, Ethereum, Solana, and the other coins.
All the alts.
Yeah, saw anywhere between $1 to $16 million in inflow only.
Yeah. That's why you also saw I'm pulling it up now, trying to look at it. The Bitcoin dominance also shoot up like a rocket.
Yeah, dominance is off the chart. Yeah, so my bad. Ethereum, Solana, ADA, AVAX, and Matic saw inflows of only $1 to $16 million. It's insane out there. People are buying Bitcoin like there is no tomorrow. And I actually saw a meme this morning of a old man just standing, big buff old man standing. He's like, "Oh, the boomers who bought the ETF, Bitcoin ETF 3 weeks ago."
That's what I'm one of them. Yeah. So we saw the BTC dominance go from where it was 52.5% all the way back up to 53.89. Not at peak, but at peak back to 54% dominance. Meaning there's a lot of pressure going into Bitcoin. Which means alts haven't ran, which they will run once dominance starts to come down and BTC drops in price. That's when you'll see money flowing out of Bitcoin into them alts.
Yeah, no, it's after big people take profit on their Bitcoin earnings that you see some alts start to pump. That being said, the ETF was approved in January?
A month ago.
About a month ago.
It's going to be a month ago now. Exactly. A month and a couple of days maybe.
Bitcoin the ETFs have seen $3 billion in total inflows.
Yeah.
To put that in perspective, when gold ETF first came out, it took them 2 years to get that tab mark. 2 years is insane compared to this 1 month of Bitcoin just straight up eating up money. But that's what happens when you have a fiat system. It just prints money constantly.
Doesn't even talk about that right now.
I saw a video, short clip, not even 30 seconds, of some council members from New Zealand interviewing the people who run the central bank there. And they're like, besides some certain risks that we take, what we just end up doing is print more money, fund certain projects that we expect to hit certain dividends, and everyone expects it to be okay. And then they start laughing. Like, they're like, oh, they still trust it. I'll see if I could put the link in the video description below. Yeah.
So back to that ETFs and their inflow. You have, as of right now, this is as of a couple days ago now, you have GBTC at $23.38 billion of AUM. But the following, IBIT at 3.8. At 3.86. You have the Fidelity one at 2.7. And the rest of them just going downward and downward.
You're talking about millions or dollars?
IBIT and Fidelity are both billions. Our ARC is also at $1 billion, and BITB is 900 million, and the rest just go down. It's just showing their current AUM, assets under management, which is crazy. Their total holdings, like just AUM, is 32 billion. What a number. Mind you, exclude the other ones. There's what? 32, 23, almost 10 billion in new assets under management in a month. Assume the rate starts to decrease over time. At the very least, you're going to have over 60 to 80 billion, 70 to 80 billion in assets under management within a year or less. Just in Bitcoin.
Assuming that it keeps the same rate.
Lowering it. If it was at the same rate, that'll be 9 a month. 9 billion a month.
True.
That's a little low. Because 9 times 12?
9 times 12?
Yeah. I'm sorry I put you on the spot.
144?
Is it?
No, that's 12 times 12.
That's 12 times 12, Doug.
I don't know, man. I'm not good with quick maths. 108.
Yeah. So that's me doing it dwindling downwards.
Okay. And then what do we got after that? Ethereum ETF's on the rise.
In May, which it hasn't created a huge pump, which ETH itself, I don't know if, like I said a couple weeks back, I don't think it'll perform the best, but it's altcoins with that ETF.
Yeah.
We'll get a huge pump.
Yep. Yeah, so there's actually a new filing for the Ethereum ETF. Franklin Templeton.
Yeah.
They just filed yesterday. And Franklin Templeton has $1.6 trillion in assets under management. So they are no small fry. They're definitely going to try to get in on this whole crypto marathon that everyone's waiting to get into. And ETF has Ethereum has a lot of stuff coming up because the Denkun upgrade on the testnet this past Saturday was a success. And shortly after, on Sunday, they had a call with all the developers going on. And they decided to announce that they will be upgrading the entire Ether network, mainnet, in March. Specific date, looks like it's March 13th.
Nice.
Yep. Along with that, Ethereum is also realizing that they are going to need a lot more developers working on the chain. So they are starting at least the Ethereum Foundation is going to start a 10-week program designed to get someone who has very minimal tech skills up to pace with the Ethereum blockchain and be able to give them either opportunity in research or development for Ethereum.
Okay.
So they're putting in money into the ecosystem. They're expecting this whole upgrade, the proto-dank sharding, to be a huge success for the layer 2s.
Well, before we move onward to other news, the reason we also had this Bitcoin little dip today on Tuesday, 13th, is because the CPI came out today.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. I'm glad because I was gonna ask if you watched it, if you saw it.
I didn't watch it. I just know the numbers.
Okay, for sure.
So the headline CPI was 3.1, and the estimated CPI was 2.9. Okay. So it came a little higher than expected. Mm-hmm.
And this high number means that the CPI means that there's more inflation.
More inflation.
Still more inflation.
Well, there's more inflation than they expected. Mm-hmm. So that means for the next, as Jerome Powell said, that he's going to go meeting by meeting to see if they'll drop rates. This puts in the position of we won't hold rate. We probably will hold this rate here instead of dropping it. Okay. Because inflation went up. Well, it's higher than what they expected. Mm-hmm. So meaning,
are they trying to combat inflation?
Yes.
So then, if inflation goes up, isn't that the opposite of what they're trying to do? Wouldn't they want to drop? Oh, okay. No, my bad. Dropping interest rates would increase inflation.
Would increase buying, increase spending. So they'll probably most likely hold it there for another meeting.
Hold the rates, yeah, for sure. Okay, so they're not trying to combat inflation. Like they're not trying to.
They are.
Well, I guess they are. Yeah.
No, they are.
If they're not trying to drop the interest rates.
They don't want to drop it unless they see inflation go down. The only thing is, the current spending the U.S. has. Mm-hmm. If they don't drop it, they cannot refinance the current loans that are coming up on. Oh, so
there's an overarching issue here that comes with,
of course,
with this fact that they're not going to be raising.
Of course, because currently America's monthly payment that they owe on their debt is about $1 trillion. $1
trillion in monthly debt payments? Talk about a balance sheet.
Yes. I'm going to put this out there. I saw that number somewhere. I don't remember where I heard it now. It was probably like Pomp put it up in one of his videos. I'm going to say that. Maybe. I'll try to find it. Okay. It'll be in the link, hopefully. If it's not, sue me. Don't sue me. It's not financial advice.
Or maybe try searching it.
I said I'm going to try to search it up.
Yeah. But what number? What are you talking about?
What number? It's a trillion.
That's that $1 trillion. Okay, I thought you were going to say something.
No, that's $1 trillion. Oh, and the reason they have to drop it is because if we renew at the current rates, refinance the current rate, we would not be able to afford our monthly payment. America just wouldn't be able to afford it.
Increase taxes, man.
I'm not against increasing taxes. I'm against increasing taxes if we're going to keep on spending like we have a credit card with unlimited balance.
Yep, that's the issue. I mean, right now we have no debt ceiling, but
so I'm not down for increasing taxes. Control your spending.
Control the spending. Absolutely. It's like you said though. It's like whenever they did reach a debt ceiling, they would just
increase it
anyways.
Like not even to get political. Because
I mean, this is government. This is just the government.
Not even political. I'm not saying don't send money to no one. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
default on the payments.
not even that. He's not saying that. How are we spending $90 billion to send overseas? Not even in America. I can care less if we spend it here. I also wouldn't be for it. Just to put that out there.
Yeah.
But how we continue to spend $90 billion, and then the bill before that was to spend $120 billion. Well, we don't have that money.
Yeah, they just print it. They literally printed to send it out.
That's the issue, though. We keep on printing it. We can't afford the debt anyways at the rate this is going. Bitcoin's going to win faster than what they want it to.
Yeah, there's literally not much. At least they're not helping their case.
Exactly.
They're definitely not helping their case.
So that's why the whole interest rate thing is, well, the Fed interest rate, so such a big deal, the Fed rate.
I'm sure.
So that's why you saw it was CPI, because speculators are going to be like, the rate cut's not going to happen anymore, so it's not going to be as bullish as they expected. And that's why you saw Bitcoin take what, like a 2%, 1.5% down from 52 to 40.5, which right now it's sitting at I'll put it up real quick. Right now BTC is sitting at 49.5. So you do what you want with that information.
Yeah. Well, CPI showing increased rate in inflation definitely means that there's still too much liquidity on the market, and Jay Powell does not, at least if he's trying to reduce inflation, he's not going to be lowering those rates. At least
maybe not this meeting, if that's what they got.
Well, the question is, will the government go after Jay Powell for not dropping the rates? Because if the government were to be put in the position where they might have to default on their loans, that's quite literally catastrophic for
the U.S. government,
not just the U.S.
and then the world,
and the world economy overall.
Yep.
Like
bananas.
Yeah, it's really bad for the U.S. Anyone who's holding dollars, if that were to happen,
you would want to be holding Bitcoin, not financial advice.
I'd hope you become friends with hyperinflation, because that's pretty much where that'd go.
Yeah.
And now. I don't know, man. That's just baffling. It's just really baffling. You said something about like how if the money were staying here in America, it'd be a little bit different because.
I said it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
After that, like I couldn't care less where if it went here, if it stayed here or went out, we're still spending it. We'll have the same inflation issue.
Yeah, that's for sure.
What were you gonna say though?
Well, like I was gonna say, at least on that end, it would be benefiting the people that's supposed to be working for.
Fair.
And we'd be building infrastructure here, hopefully, that would ultimately lead to, at some point, paying off that debt, investing in yourself. So, like, if you're going to invest in yourself, invest in education. Educate yourself.
I would want to say yes. It should ideally be used. The thing is, the government has not even, like, actual needed red tape, just so much bureaucracy. In itself to do things is so slow, anti-competitive within itself, and they're going to overspend.
Yeah.
And not even overspend, overpay for what they need.
For what they need.
Because there's no hard-hitting competition in certain aspects.
I get that. I saw this video. This might be a little bit controversial, but it had to do with Kanye. They asked him recently,
I was going to bring it up, but... I wasn't, just because I wasn't, but go for it.
Oh, you weren't? Yeah, so the video was like, someone asking him about how does he feel about the
Palestine and Israel. Yeah. Israel and Palestine.
And he goes, bro, like, stop asking me these questions.
That's not what he said.
He says, I don't know exactly what he said, but like the gist of it was like, he's like, there's 13 kids dying in Chicago every day. He's like, that's the issue that as an American he cared about.
That's not what he said.
Okay.
He said, don't ask me these questions. I want peace for everyone. But we have to talk about the 14 kids dying in Chicago every day.
William has photographic memory
I don't have photographic. I just retain better information than
he's really good at really, really hearing what people say.
Also, just because that first
he's
part...
He's a good listener. That's why I have him as a guest. It's not a guest.
As a co-host. But I just think that first part of him saying he wants peace for everyone is important.
Yeah,
because it's also it's not him just saying these people don't matter or anything.
Yeah, that's true.
It's him saying,
you're right, and I could absolutely understand why you had to correct me on something like that, because that is quite like substantial.
On a different note, staying on Kanye, he made $12 million in one day off his Super Bowl commercial.
I didn't see the Super Bowl commercial for Kanye.
Where did you watch it?
Maybe CNBC or something.
They should have put it there.
NBC or something.
I don't know. I didn't see it either. I saw it afterwards. But the commercial was him in a car recording on his phone saying, I spent all my money on the Super Bowl commercial on this time slot, so I don't got any more for commercial. So
For
just
production.
for production, just go to Yeezy.com, Yeezy.com. Check it out. Yeezy.com.
People are crazy, man.
And he sold $19 million worth of clothing.
Good for him.
And his Super commercial cost $7 million.
That's a crazy.
That's a good ROI.
Yeah, crazy investment that guy made. Risky.
Worked out.
Yeah, Super Bowl had a lot of things going on this year. That guy that you showed me on Instagram, Alex, the day trader, that guy streaked on the. I was like, I saw his Instagram story. I was like, where the heck did that happen? I didn't see it.
Yeah, they avoided putting it, but I did see that too. I was like, God damn.
And he was funny about it. He's like, why you tell me to turn left? I should have turned right. And he's like,
he was just like, I got the money to do this. Why would not do it?
yeah.
Also, to be clear, he made back the $40,000 today on the trade
Well, 40, because it cost him 40,000
to buy the tickets.
to buy the tickets. Okay.
Yeah, it cost him like $42,000 to buy the tickets, and then
I was wondering if there was like a fine associated with that.
there might be
Because a
afterwards.
$40,000 fine, I was like,
No, I don't know, but I know the tickets cost $42,000
Yeah,
because of
for
him
sure.
and someone else,
okay.
and then he made back that money in a trade today.
That's he
Yeah.
did something right. He did something right over there. I don't think I finished with some news that I had for Ethereum. Want to say, if you are a developer, you happen to work on Ethereum Foundation also announced that they will be giving out a grant offering $1 million in funding throughout the year of 2024. But that grant, you would need to apply to it by March 5th. So if you like Ethereum,
That's really soon.
yeah, it is really soon. It's like a couple days away. 2 weeks away.
Yes. Depending when they announce it too.
Mm-hmm. They announced it this past weekend. Yeah.
They're like, I don't want to give this out too fast. Make a short time frame.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they're all super excited about that whole Dankun upgrade.
Awesome.
And
So, okay. What do you have to talk about? What else?
well, we've been talking about Bitcoin a lot and Ethereum. I didn't know if you wanted to switch, but I saw that a lot of miners for Bitcoin are leaving China specifically.
What? Okay.
The Chinese miners, because China made it illegal to
mine crypto again?
in 2021. It's still been illegal, but they still do it.
Okay.
They just couldn't find like a stable place to move. They tried a couple places, but apparently now Ethiopia is on their list of locations. Okay. They just finished building a dam that they've been working with the Chinese construction companies to build it, and it's going to be providing a bunch of electricity. And of the 21 Bitcoin mining companies that are going to be settling into Ethiopia, 19 of them are from China.
Out of how many?
21.
Whoa.
Yeah. The vast majority of them are Chinese. I mean, the Chinese pretty much sent over $4.8 billion to help build that dam.
The Chinese people?
The Chinese
miners.
the mining firms.
Got you. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, my bad.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. However, there's like some like issues with that in terms of like, because they built the dam to provide electricity for the people of Ethiopia, because over half the population doesn't have electricity. Yeah. And now these miners are going to start consuming all the electricity.
It depends how much how much it creates.
Yeah, I don't see the number of how much like kilowatts is going to be producing. But
I'm not to be an asshole, but also I would assume that they don't have a whole lot of use for electricity just yet, or they're still going to build it up.
The infrastructure isn't
100% there yet.
I'd understand that. That makes sense.
So they're probably going to use it. Ideally, I would hope they're going to use some of that profits to build out the infrastructure for them as well, to then create more sources of electricity.
I mean, that kind of makes sense to me.
I would hope that's what they do. That'd be the best.
They got a dam, put some wind turbines somewhere,
and also
solar
just
panels.
Help build the infrastructure for them to get more electricity to houses, to schools, to everything.
Of course.
Ideally.
Yeah. We don't know what they're going to do.
We don't know what they're going to do. I would ideally hope that's the case.
Yeah.
All right. I got one more. I probably got more Bitcoin things, but I'll probably just this one before I go somewhere else.
Yeah, just to wrap up the Bitcoin talk.
So this came out from Bitcoin News. Marlito, one more time. Right here. So it says Bitcoin is at all-time highs in the following countries. I won't name them all, but you have Laos, you have Nigeria, Ethiopia, Pakistan, Cuba, Ghana, Egypt, Congo, Iran, Turkey, Sudan, Syria, Argentina, Lebanon, and Venezuela. I only skip the ones I don't know how to pronounce, if I'm honest.
He's like, I'm not going to list them all, but then he proceeds to practically list them all. I was like, damn.
I just couldn't pronounce a few of them. I didn't want to make myself a fool.
That's fair. That's fair.
Sierra Leone, también.
We've all been there.
All those countries have hit all-time highs in Bitcoin.
Okay. Damn. All-time highs. I mean, Bitcoin close to reaching all-time high in USD.
Yeah.
But not quite. Not quite.
Exciting.
Mm-hmm. That's actually very exciting. And with this whole Bitcoin pump, we're seeing also a huge rise in DeFi.
Coming back alive.
Yep. DeFi's pumping. We have about $69 billion in total value locked since the first time. This is the first time since June 2022.
Wow.
So it's been like almost 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Ethereum is sitting at $41.2 billion. That's an increase of 37% over the last month. Protocols that specifically are getting this is Egen Layer, Spark, Ether.fi, Pendle, and Swell.
Okay.
So DeFi protocol is just to exchange coins and insane increase in total value locked.
Which makes sense.
Mm-hmm. The one that surprised me was Bitcoin. I didn't realize that you could have total value locked in Bitcoin. But the Bitcoin network has $927.5 million locked up on DeFi. So the DeFi protocols for Bitcoin kind of includes like the Lightning layer and this new thing that I found out called Merlin chain, Merlin seals.
Yeah.
It seems very similar to like the stacks, where you send Bitcoin in, the Bitcoin kind of holds the value for.
And you can build on it.
Yeah.
As the layer.
Mm-hmm. And then your favorite Solana, up 35% in total total value locked in the last month, sitting at 1.92 billion.
And that's with an outage.
Yep. Huh?
And that's with an outage.
With the outage, yeah, that's crazy.
Didn't flinch.
Yeah, no, I don't think it flinched. It didn't flinch at all. Yeah. And it's like you said last episode, that drop kind of seems more in line with the price of Bitcoin falling at the time.
Yeah, it wasn't even too far off of that, really.
So I don't even think that the outage made a big difference in the price.
Probably, because I think Bitcoin went down 1 to 2%, and Solana dropped 4 to 5%, which is not too far off of what typically happens.
Yeah. For Solana, a lot of the assets are being locked in Jito.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, DeFi is...
Which is a DeFi protocol.
Jito, yeah.
Jito's
a DeFi protocol. Which means DeFi is making a comeback.
Yeah.
If you want to find opportunities to lend out money or stake assets.
And not get viciously abused for doing so.
Yeah.
Like Ethereum.
Yeah, Ethereum. Well, hopefully with this new Denkun upgrade, layer 2s.
Until it doesn't happen, I don't believe it.
Until it doesn't happen, it's not legit.
Yeah.
It'll happen eventually.
Ideally.
Hopefully.
All right, so before we get to this Kraken news.
Kraken.
Yes, one more thing.
Before Kraken.
So, as many of you know, Celsius started to release its distribution for its claims. Mm-hmm. I received mines.
Nice.
It's abuse.
I still don't see any emails.
He feels pain. He's like, am I getting it? Am I getting it? Am I getting it? I hope so.
Yeah.
But whatever, I got some of it back. It is what it is. So as I'm trying to reorganize, what price I got the Bitcoin at, because it also send you Bitcoin and ETH. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to count the ETH. I'm only going to count the Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. I wanted to put a price on it from where I bought it to now. Mm-hmm. And I went back to the year I bought it. Mm-hmm. In 2021, February. Do you want to know the price of Bitcoin was?
February 2021, what was it? 48,000?
You're close. February 26th, Bitcoin's price was $50,000.
Damn.
And I bought $1,000 worth of it at that time.
Oh, wow.
And I just looked at it and I was like, I saw current market and I'm like, we're here.
We're back.
We're back, baby.
You just took some losses because of the risk that you exposed yourself to.
We're not getting into that. It is what it is at that point. What I'm saying is, the market seems like it's gonna repeat itself or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like there's a cycle to the whole crypto thing.
The whole crypto, right?
Yeah,
Like it does a thing.
It seems like there's just
every
like,
4 years.
like this one event that just kind of like influences.
But yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh snap! But the only difference was we are a couple days early. It's currently the 13th, and we hit that 50K mark a little while ago.
Mm-hmm.
That was the 26th.
That was 26.
When I purchased.
Okay. Yeah, but like the halving happened 2020.
It did it?
Yeah. It's every 4 years.
Right.
Yeah, so that was a year after.
Yeah.
That was a year after the half, or like almost a year after.
Almost a year after.
Almost a year after the halving.
Because let me see if I have a thing that says.
Yeah, this is the fourth time Bitcoin is halving. Damn, we keep on talking about Bitcoin. It's just with the halving, I think it's like 60 or 90 days away. It's like 60 days away.
Yeah, halving was
it's not CoinMarketCap.
Monday was the 11th of May 2020. And in Feb, we were at 50,000. Mm-hmm. So halving is going to happen now in April. Mm-hmm. And we're already at 50,000.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we still have the year to go.
Woo.
Yeah, the halving's currently, at the time of recording, 62 days away.
Yeah.
23 hours, 37 minutes. By the time you see this, it will obviously be less.
And there's typically 500 something days left after the halving.
For the cycle to
end.
Do its thing.
Yeah, to run. And then go back down. All right.
It's our what's it? Oh, what's up? Is there like a phrase for every 4 years? Like there's
a leap year?
It's our
it's our Bitcoin leap year.
I was gonna say it's our quad year trip to the moon.
Stop it.
Trip to the moon.
Stop. I'm cutting you off now. All right. So this is now the important one.
The important one.
Kraken. In UK. So I'm gonna read it out to you. Hello. Regulations in UK require that we maintain up-to-date information about our clients and their account activity regarding self-custody wallets. A self-custody wallet is one where you manage your private keys yourself, for example, a hard wallet. Please reply to this email and answer the following question. Please confirm that you own or are in control of a self-custody wallet that you are sending and receiving from. If you do not own or control the self-custody wallets that you are sending and receiving from, please detail which address these are, who the owner or controller is, and provide their residential address. Wait. After you apply to our support team, we'll make sure to clarify any questions you have to ensure the process runs smoothly. If we do not receive a response by February 23rd, 2024, we will have to place a lock on your account until we obtain the information requested. Thank you for your cooperation, and please let us know if you have any questions. Before you make any comments, the tweet will be in our description. Just so you know, someone in the comments in Twitter, on X, replied to that, tagging Kraken, their support, to verify it. And Kraken said, yes, this email is legit.
That's crazy.
Now you can give your response.
They want you to dox the people that you're sending your money to?
Yes.
What if you don't know them? This is ridiculous. This is absolutely... Wow. I have questions. Does this apply to any transactions that you've done in the past? Is it only going to apply to... I mean, it's obviously going to apply to transactions of the future. But, like, first of all, that's...
If you did not hear it, I'll reread it to you. Regulations in the UK require that we maintain up-to-date information about our clients and their accounts. Please reply with the following. Let me see. I think it's current.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be current.
I think it's right now. I think you have to do it.
It's definitely like you're going to have to update your own information. Like they want to know where you live for sure, so they can try to track you down. And they're going to try to track down whoever you send it to because they're like, oh, you got crypto from this guy.
Yeah,
but like, you know what? That's kind of BS though, because like, what proof do they have that person actually received it? Like that, you send it to a random wallet address saying claiming it's so and so. Fulano de tal from down the street. Hi, Aaliyah. And you're like...
You're doxing yourself right now. You're giving too much information. You should have said Germany. You should have said some other country. Not
William, they know we're in Miami. We said this so many times. What are you talking
right.
about? This guy.
I'm sorry.
This guy. But then, like... Who's to say I don't say it's the neighbor downstairs.
I don't know.
Like,
my first thought was, okay, so thank you. I'm gonna send it all out.
100%, 100%.
And since you're gonna only let me do it until the 23rd, I'm gonna on ramp whatever I have left if I want to, and then send it all out.
Mm-hmm.
And then give you a nice middle finger.
Yeah, be like,
close my account.
Close my account. You lost business with me.
I think they're gonna lose a lot of business.
They're gonna lose so much business with that. That's insane. What a bad move. That's
Also,
a fat F doing its thing.
In my opinion, this also will push much harder decentralized exchanges and those exchanges that don't require KYCs.
Oh, for sure. They're gonna see a huge inflow. And I'm not saying you don't use them, but if you are gonna use them, and I'm not saying you should or that you will need this, VPNs are nice. Yep, VPNs. I mean, VPNs are just
also just general safety.
Yeah, they're just good. Period. You should absolutely be using a VPN. Yeah, that's just general. That's just basic business practice. Always use a VPN. It encrypts your communications with whoever you're talking to. But Kraken's gonna lose a bunch of business doing that. They might. I dare say they might go bankrupt with that type of. They might just go out of business. A lot of people in the crypto community do not like the infringement of privacy, and the fact that I just don't see how they could enforce that accurately or effectively. We'll go after the person who sent the crypto to the wallet that they claim didn't receive it. Be like, bro, I sent it to that person. They're the ones lying to you. It's like hearsay. I don't know. That's ridiculous. But that's only in the UK.
As of right now, yes. This is only for the UK.
Interesting.
We also don't have active regulations just yet on our end in the States, so they may take a while.
Yeah.
And maybe by the time they do it, everyone in the States goes, we're already not here.
Mm-hmm.
Type of an ordeal.
Yeah, for sure.
But like I told you, the only thing it would probably make difficult is off-ramping your
crypto assets.
Your crypto into fiat when you need it.
Yeah, but
until it's used.
Who needs fiat, man? Who needs fiat? It's like you said. It's like you said. Just hold on until it becomes the main thing.
I mean, our last guest Jay posted a video, and I saw a video similar. I think it was in Brazil. I don't know where his was. They were using Bitcoin specifically on the Lightning network to buy and exchange groceries, like to buy groceries, yogurt, cheese, fruits, whatever, in a grocery store. And it was literally like, from what I saw, they had a little terminal similar like how you use a credit card, but Bitcoin, Lightning network.
Yeah, it generates a QR code. You put in how much you're gonna debit them.
Yeah,
generates a QR code, and which is the address for them, and then boom, and the payment goes by instant.
On the Lightning network, it's pretty instant.
Instant.
Yeah. Which on Ether will be a little slower, but then you got Solana doing it like that too.
Yeah, Solana's also super fast, and Solana's partnered with, who is it, USDC or USDT?
Circle.
With Circle, USDC. That's a whole stable coin right there.
Yep.
It's like literally like stablecoin companies working with one of the fastest blockchains out there to ensure crypto transactions happen at near instant speeds. Near instant because things always take some time. But as long as it's perceived as fast, and also, mind you, the transaction fees for that are ridiculously low. I don't know if you've seen this. I'm sure some of you have, but doing transactions with some vendors, they might charge you like a 3.5% or a minimum purchase order whenever you're going to use a credit card, or typically credit cards or debit card. But that's because that transaction, the person doing the transactions actually charging them a fee for that. So they're like, oh, for us to cover this cost, we're either going to charge you 3.5% or you need to purchase a minimum amount. That's not going to happen on the Lightning Network. The Lightning Network actually is the opposite. It's a race to the bottom for the fees.
Pretty much.
Because it's super cheap, super fast. And it's just, as time progresses, people are going to start setting up more nodes.
Yeah.
And then more Lightning channels are going to be available. So it's just going to be literally a race to the bottom. That means literally less fees in transactions and more for the people.
Pretty much.
And it's easy. So you said It's a QR code.
Well, that one was just a QR. Right now, it's a QR code.
Mm-hmm.
At one point or another, it's gonna become a card.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's possible for that to become a card.
This will become a card with a pin attached to somewhat of a hot wallet. That you just access to.
Yeah, hot wallet on your laptop or on your phone, wherever.
Same way you have credit cards now. It's just an access to the account where it's stored in.
And the only difference is this is completely
yours.
Open and yours.
And yours.
Yeah. It's gonna be a fun world we live in a couple of years.
Now. Yeah.
I say a couple of years because something that I've been hearing recently, and this is it from no coiners, like complete plebs.
Retail?
Plebs.
I know, but that's retail.
No.
They're the guys we're gonna sell our bags to.
No, but they're saying they're not mentioning Bitcoin per se, but they are mentioning that there's 2 new presidents out there that they have the eyes of the world on them, Bukele and Milei.
Yeah.
That everyone's looking at them and that they think they're absolutely insane, but they might actually get something done, something good for their country done. And I was like, likely, but I don't think it's because of what you're saying. I just think it's because they're pro Bitcoin. And they're like, oh, they're pro Bitcoin.
Well, I think Javier specifically is his other reasons are to like him or to dislike him.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. I mean, he's getting rid of half the government over there. He's pulling.
Which, if he fixes their inflation problem, no one can say anything.
Oh no!
If he takes where Argentina is right now and completely fixes, I'm speaking about the economy specifically in this situation, not any social issues. Being clear, one problem at a time. If he fixes their economic problem, within how long will he be president for? 4 or 5 years? Respectfully, I don't know how long they were there for. But if he fixes it within his first term, I think they're only allowed to run 1 term, maybe 2.
I don't know.
No idea. Speaking out of our asses at this point.
Well, the thing is, each government's very different.
So assume 1 term. If he's able to fix it within 1 term, that would be insane.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be ridiculous.
And that would also prove Vivek was right.
Cutting half the
government is right.
Move. Yeah. So like the issues with like governments is like Brazil. What's it called? Modeled their government very similar to the U.S., where there's states and local governments, and each state has its own governor. But one key difference I saw was that presidents serve 2 terms, can serve 2 terms, but then after that second term, they need to take a break, and then they could run again in the future. No. Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying no.
Oh, that you don't agree. That you don't agree with that.
I don't know.
Yeah. So their current president, a very controversial person.
Yeah, we don't know enough either.
He's back. He's back
after his break.
Yeah. So I'm like, well, I don't know. There seems like there's some room for manipulation. Yeah, I agree. I feel like, if you're out, you're out. That's it. No need to.
I mean, I think the problem we have here is that we keep our Congress members forever.
We also have the oldest Congress ever.
Also,
like in the history of the United States, they're the oldest people.
We also have the oldest presidents.
Yeah. With him, it's a bunch of old people.
I heard PBD talking about this today, or maybe it was on an older podcast, yesterday's podcast, and not even getting to politics. They're just saying basically, Biden's old, and the producer made the argument of, I'm scared or I'm worried that they're going to use the I'm old also to say Trump's old, so we shouldn't get him either. Because, not PBD in specific, but a lot of people on the pod prefer Trump over Biden, whatever. When he said that, I'm like, following. Yeah. And I was just kind of like, no, he is old. We wouldn't want him. We shouldn't want him.
I agree. Yeah, Trump is too old.
Just because he goes, oh, it's a thing of cognitive
cognition?
Of cognition.
Yeah, like Biden is...
Because he's out of it.
He's out
unfortunately.
of it.
He's a grandpa, unfortunately. So is Trump, by the way.
They're both old.
My argument, I heard that, I'm like, no, you're wrong. Even though he is better, has a better sound mind at this point in time than Biden, you shouldn't want him either. You would want a Vivek. You would want someone younger.
I think what it is...
Same goes for the left, by the way.
I think what it is for that guy is that he's probably trying to pick between one or the other. And that's a big...
Most of America is, though.
But, like...
America should not be in a predicament where we're picking old farts.
That's the last thing that we should be doing. Last thing.
We shouldn't be in this position.
Of
Vivek Iran. We should have, even though he may not be the best candidate, or because California, Gavin Newsom, these younger statesmen.
100%.
We should not have these old people running, or at least not these. I won't even say old, super old. Yeah. 70 plus. You shouldn't be here.
70 plus.
You shouldn't be running a good nation,
too old,
in my opinion.
Biden is the oldest president, and Trump is the third oldest president the United States has ever seen.
What are we doing here?
Like, why?
What are we doing here?
And then guess what? Guess who's following them? Who's following in this next election? It's gonna be one of them two, likely. Yeah. And now we have RFK.
RFK.
Yeah.
Who's a little younger.
He's a little younger.
I think he's in his 60s.
I'm searching.
Look up his age. And like, these should not be our candidates. We should have
younger people.
50s, 40s.
Oh no, he's old too. He's 70 years old.
Tampoco. I'm sorry, RFK. I didn't know you were that old. You can't run.
I agree, man. Like,
you shouldn't run. These old people shouldn't even be running. Even though he is the best out of the three, like, in terms of like awareness.
Yeah,
like, I think he's the most.
He seems like he's pretty with it.
Fuck. We're not even talking politics. We're just talking about like.
We're just making observations, I
guess. But what is this? Like, when he said that, it made me so upset. I'm like, why are you saying that? You don't want them either.
What we do want is younger people running for office. For anything.
For everything.
All office, no matter what it is. Just go out there and run.
If you have a thing for it. I don't have a thing for it.
I'm considering it.
I'll vote for you.
I'm considering it.
I would help you run.
Something local. But like, because I feel like the change happens at the local level.
Maybe.
That's why I run my little Bitcoin node and just like help the Bitcoin network.
It's also not a sexy job.
It's not. You don't get paid for it. At least what the position that I saw, I was like,
you don't get paid for it.
I was like, there's no salary, and I was like, there's only reimbursement, and it's a small reimbursement for commuting to.
You see,
meetings.
No, the same way I think teachers deserve an actual pay. I think they also deserve an actual like degree for teaching. Same way.
Oh, absolutely. Like,
I'm just making my own statement comparing that. Yeah. I do think local levels should have an actual pay, and they should actually be willing and wanting to make their local environment better.
Absolutely. I just think that at the local level, they don't meet enough for it to justify the pay. I think that's why they don't do it.
But if you're making a real impact, why does it matter?
True that.
It's about results. So what is the incentive for a young person who needs money to run something that is going to take away half his time from...
You know, with him, you're speaking facts now. You're speaking absolute facts.
There's no incentive.
Yeah,
so you're going to get the guy, the
older
guy...
Who's already established and
who has money, who can do it.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right on that point. I didn't even
consider that. What the fuck are we doing here?
I didn't even consider that.
What are we doing here? The system's against us in that aspect.
Yes. This is straight facts.
That's what I'm saying.
Straight facts. Well, to bring it back to crypto, because there's a whole. I believe I heard that Binance delisted Monero.
Yes,
that's
first of many to come. They're gonna start delisting privacy tokens.
Yep. Again, coming after something that should be your right. You should have the right to privacy.
It's not them though.
It's not Binance who's doing it.
It's not they want to do it. Is that since they have the U.S. involved and they have all these, they have a really big, they have all the eyes on them right now. They're left with very few options.
Yeah, they're like, this looks a little sketchy. It doesn't seem like it fits our compliance.
Exactly.
Where's the KYC, man? I was like, bro, there is no KYC. This thing doesn't operate like that.
Exactly. Which they're gonna start going after more of those tokens.
Yeah. I was watching this video by CoinDesk.
Okay.
And he was saying, well, there's a bright side on Monero being delisted, and that bright side is that it confirms that there is no like secret backdoor to the encryption protocol of Monero, in which some overarching government can look into it and peer into like the transactions, because there's like this bunch of FUD going off on the internet saying that Monero was actually made by like the CIA
or one of these agencies.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
But like, if they were taking it off the account, then
why would they want to do that if it's made by them?
Exactly.
That wasn't CoinDesk.
Not CoinDesk?
I think it was Coin Bureau.
Yeah, Coin Bureau. You're right. Just so many podcasts out there that we listen to now. At least I do. I don't know if William listens to any podcasts. William listens to way more podcasts than me. That's for sure.
I don't want to get into it. I'll do it off air.
Okay. We had a big sale on Ethereum this week. A big NFT sale.
Yeah.
Huge sale. Man.
NFTs are back like that?
NFTs are back.
I'm not buying them.
It's sold
I'm waiting till they get better.
for 279 Ethereum.
What the fuck?
279 Ethereum. A total value of
Okay, you have. I was about to Google. I was about to math it.
yeah, $739,000.
Jesus.
It's the biggest buy for
This-
2024 so far.
Wow. What was the big? If you keep
I
on talking.
don't know.
No, keep on talking.
Yeah,
I'll do
so
the Google.
essentially, what had sold was one of the OGs, Crypto Rock, Ether Rocks, Ether Rock 279. An insane price for these rocks, but they are like legendary. It's like holding a Bored Ape or holding a Crypto Kitty, or also a Crypto Punk.
How much did you just say?
279 Ethereum.
Jesus.
How much? What did you search up with it?
Most expensive NFT sold in 2023.
Okay, how much was it?
It was an ape.
We talked about it. We talked about it last episode. Not last episode.
It was an
but
ape?
Yeah, we talked about it.
We did not talk about
We
it.
got 100%. I'm gonna look for that clip, William, and I'll show it to you. We talked about it. You're surprised by it too. I always bring you the highest sold NFT for the year.
I'm putting it up now just to confirm it.
But yeah, Ether Rock.
No, bro, it wasn't this one. No, you did not. This says it was Bored Ape Yacht Club number 790 and it sold for 800 ETH.
800 ETH.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, I apologize. It was a CryptoPunk. That's 566. That sold for 857 ETH. And that said it sells here. It sold in February.
In February? Early
Yeah.
in the year.
1.4 million. Total value.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, that's a lot of ETH, though.
Yeah. It's interesting. I'm looking at this picture.
Mhm.
Apparently, Ether Rock number 19 was sold, but then the picture used was Ether Rock 279. I was like, what's going on?
Man, it happens on the internet all the time.
Yeah. Let me check. I got this information from Milk Road, by the way. Fun place to get some crypto news. Yeah, that's just NFTs are back too. Bitcoin's back. DeFi's back. NFTs are back.
Everything's coming back.
Everything's coming back. Yuga, Bored Apes are selling stuff on the other side.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they got stuff going on. People aren't happy about it because of high ETH gas prices, but it's happening.
I'm sorry. I'm just seeing prices. Pith right now
William loves looking at the
is at
charts.
64 cents.
William loves the charts.
Man, listen, I charted it last night for the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Bitcoin, Solana. Those are two I charted. I didn't chart Pith. I think I sold those two. Which other one? Nakujira, Cas? No. I think I only charted those two. No way. I only charted Pith and Sol. Bitcoin and Sol. They both bounced on their last support line of like 48.5, and Sol.
Bounce at this, so they got to the bottom.
They wicked down there a little bit and they bounced right up of it. That's
good.
it.
Okay.
And I just wanted to interrupt because Pith was doing really well.
Pith is doing really well.
Gotta buy more of that mother trucker.
Yeah. More Pith for William. This is not investment. This is
what I'm doing.
Advice.
I have one more thing we could talk about before we wrap up, if you like.
For sure. Does that have to do with CZ?
It has to do with Michael Saylor.
Okay. Well, because I think we were talking about Binance for a little bit. CZ, his sentencing date got postponed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. April.
What about what happened to the sentencing of Sam? Or his is a little after. His is in March.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
CZ was supposed to be
in February.
February 23rd, and it got postponed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope he gets a good sentencing. Close to nothing, I'm honest with you.
Close to nothing. Why?
I don't think he did anything wrong, if I'm honest with you. If you want to know the reason.
Okay. Well, because he pleaded guilty to violating the Bank Secrecy
Someone
Act.
has to plead guilty to something.
That's fair. Someone needs to take the bullet at some point. So that someone always got to take the bullet.
So
Okay. So what's up with Michael Saylor, the GOAT?
his stock,
Oh, I had a feeling.
MicroStrategy,
Okay.
went from 488 to a peak price in less than a week of 719. Well, a little higher actually. 723. It went up as Bitcoin pumped. It went up 48%.
His stock went up 48%.
His stock went up 48%.
Wow. Sailor's just he's got the diamond hands for real.
So putting it at peak price, his stock hit $1,301. I think he's had a split since then. And its current price is $686.
That guy.
Also, he wants to start developing, or he's going to start changing to developing tools and things
For Bitcoin.
on Bitcoin.
Yeah, he changed the MicroStrategy is no longer a data analytics company.
Yeah, it's a developer company.
It's a Bitcoin development company. Yeah, I saw that.
Which is just going to accumulate more Bitcoin as well.
Yeah,
Because he just bought more recently too.
He's not gonna stop buying Bitcoin. That guy's not gonna stop buying Bitcoin.
No.
He's gonna spend all of his fiat for expenditures, and whatever's left over.
Well, the thing is, he has to keep, and since he's a publicly traded company, he has to keep an X amount of fiat on him in the company at all times.
Oh, really?
By law.
Yeah.
To protect shareholders.
Okay. Protect shareholders.
You know?
It's a whole bunch of baloney, malarkey.
I don't know how much it is, but he does have to keep a certain amount of fiat.
Funny. To protect shareholders, he needs to hold fiat, the one asset that has been proven to lose value over time.
But I feel like we had to bring him up.
Yeah, 100%. Michael Saylor, that guy's always invited on this podcast. But that's pretty much what's been going on this week for crypto.
I got one more.
You got one more? Okay.
Crypto.com says it's going to start expanding its what's the word I'm looking for? It's advertisement to Formula One. It's UFC deal that has is paying off, and like to all those things.
They already do Formula One.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Not expanding, but they're I don't remember
doubling down on like their marketing. Yeah, Formula One. Yeah, they already do Formula One. When Miami had it, I remember seeing Crypto.com all.
So I don't think they're
all over the place. Like they just.
I think it's because they're sponsoring a car, though.
Oh, okay.
I think that's just.
Okay, but yeah, I mean they want to try to onboard more people onto crypto. That's good news for the world. This is really gonna be quite. So some people are saying that like, oh, people are overhyping how much the world is gonna change with crypto.
Because it hasn't done it yet. It's been a slower burn than how fast AI has changed it.
Well, compared to AI for sure, but like compared to the internet, it's kind of doing the same rate, and the internet was significant. And AI is still super young. We still have a lot of issues that we need to work out with AI in the coming months. I say months because I think they're on ChatGPT 4.5 already.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And Bard got changed to Gemini.
Oh, the name?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I tried looking for Bard, and I was like, what the heck is this Gemini deal that they're talking about? I was like, I'm not looking for Gemini. I'm looking for Bard. And then I came to realize.
It's a prettier name.
Yeah. I agree.
Well, not my fault. Never mind. I had old news.
Okay.
I misread the article.
Yeah. Well, that's all good.
That's all I got.
It's all good. I got no more.
Time to wrap it up.
Yeah, we could wrap it up.
DCA, if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, that's very good. That's
all I can
advice.
say. It's not advice. I'm just saying. If you don't know what you're doing, just DCA. It'll make your life easier.
He's like, don't get it.
And if you don't know what you're doing at all, don't buy anything but Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's kind of where most people stand. Everything
Even
else,
though returns won't be the same, You won't be poor.
Yeah. Yeah, I just look at Bitcoin as a savings account, ultimately.
Yeah, that too.
It's the ultimate savings account, in my opinion.
I'll give you that much.
I had a guy ask me the other day.
You have a savings account?
No, but...
And he was like, I got Bitcoin, yeah.
I got Bitcoin.
It's true value in savings is when it's in a bear market.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where it's true value is. He asked me, he's like, oh, would you rather save money by buying property, like a plot of land, or by buying Bitcoin? I was like, a plot of land that doesn't generate any cash flow, I'm not going to be living on?
Well, Bitcoin doesn't generate cash flow either.
Well, I understand that. But plot of land versus Bitcoin, I take the Bitcoin. It's much more.
I don't know why I'm thinking about it, but I feel like
much more limited supply.
You're fair.
Not subject to.
I'll give you that
to
one.
a handful of different things.
I'll give you that one.
Portable.
No, Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. I was like,
yeah. It's more liquid too.
Yeah. I was
just because of liquidity.
Liquidity is very.
I'll give you that.
And then and I go, it's the safest asset out there. Like, positive, like safest. I was like, I mean, it's volatile. Don't get me wrong, but long term, I don't plan on dying anytime soon.
As of now.
And I don't plan on selling anytime soon either.
As of now.
So yeah, I think Bitcoin's the move for me. And then he was just shocked. He was like, okay, well, that's where you stand. Interesting.
Well, I saw this reel that this guy was asking him. I think it was from Bankless. They were asking him, what's the price of, like, they're just interviewing a guy from, and it was on Bankless. They're asking him, how much Bitcoin, like, do you think you can be $1 million off of Bitcoin? And he's like, well, by next halving, like 2030 something. He said 2032, I think will be the next one.
No,
30?
20.
Or what?
2028.
So he said 2032.
32,
so like
yeah.
two
Yeah.
halvings.
Uh-huh.
He goes, Bitcoin's like at 10 mil. He goes, with 1%, you're a millionaire.
10 mil Bitcoin for at 2032?
That's what he said.
Interesting.
I think that's ridiculous.
Interesting.
Also, maybe not, depending on how the ETF goes.
Yeah. I would say maybe 1 mil.
I think 1 mil, but the one before that.
2028, 2029.
Yeah, halvening.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the next cycle starts. So it starts 2028, the next cycle, right? Or,
yeah. So halvening is 2028.
Yeah. So the next cycle starts after.
Mm-hmm.
That after one, $1 million Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's where I think. Uh-huh.
Then after that one, $5 to $6 million Bitcoin.
Yeah, well,
we'll see. We'll be around. There may be a podcast if we're here.
Yeah, if we're still alive.
I think we wrap it up, right?
Yep.
Well, guys, thank you for tuning in. I think we brought some good info this week.
Yeah, 100%. Hopefully we bring more good info next week.
We'll bring better info next week.
More good info. And better info.
Yeah. It's been another week
of your favorite crypto podcast.
Sometimes Crypto.
The Unscripted.
Crypto Podcast.
Ew.
Wait!
What?
Like, subscribe, follow.
Comment, share. Compliment
Instagram,
William.
YouTube.
Instagram. We're on Instagram. We're on YouTube.
One day we'll be on Apple Music, I promise.
Yeah, I got an email from them. We gotta look into that.
Oh, snap. I didn't know.
We got an email from them.
Now we're ending this.
Now we're ending that.
It's been another week.
Your favorite crypto podcast.
Sometimes Crypto.
The Unscripted.
Crypto Podcast.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.